All right, guys, how are you doing? Come for a live on um six six best ways of finding surplus stock and getting paid for it. Okay, so the great thing about this business is that the guy that finds the stock, one sec, the guy that finds the stock is the important part of the engine in a deal happening, because no deal's going to be done between a buyer and a seller without someone actually finding these deals, finding that surplus stock. And that everyone's always looking for a deal, but a lot of people don't have the time to go find deals all the time. They don't have the know-how to go and find deals all the time. And so us guys that find surplus stock from lots of different types of places, we are a valuable part of making deals happen, because without us, a lot of the time, deals will not happen. All right. So we're the guys that find deals. We know where those deals are. And these buyers who want access to these deals will happily pay us a finder's fee for introducing them to these deals that we find. And that's the great thing about this business, is that we can literally go find an abundance of lots of deals that businesses have of surplus goods sitting in their warehouse that we can get access to direct at source. And then we are now sitting at the top table because we're the guys that have found the deal. We're the ones that know where that deal is. No one else does. We know where that deal is. Okay. So if people want that deal, if they are hungry to buy that deal and they want us to introduce us to that deal, they will happily pay us a finder's fee. Think of us as an extension of a buying department, of someone's buying department, but without them having to pay us a salary. All right. We are doing the thing that not a lot of people have the time for. You see, most people and most companies, they don't have time just to search and search and search for deals all day long. And that's what we are doing. We are out there, not literally out there. We are here behind our computers searching for deals all day long. Okay. And that starts with making connections, reaching out to businesses and doing it en masse, like to thousands and thousands of businesses around the world, where we are basically getting offered an abundance of surplus stock deals. Okay. Pallets and pallets, truckloads and truckloads of everyday products that are surplus to requirements, slow moving goods, cancelled orders, liquidated stock, businesses with cash flow problems that want to offload some goods, businesses with, you know, with goods sitting in storage that storage that's valuable storage. They need to free up storage space, so they get rid of some of the stock that they're sitting on. Okay, so there's deals all over the place, and I'm going to give you the six best ways of finding cheap pallets of goods. All right, I'm not going to go into major detail of each step, but I'm just going to give you the actual main places where we are finding surplus deals, like every day of the week. All right, every day of the week. So obviously the first one is the biggest search engine in the world, which is Google. And Google is think of Google as just like one big free like place where you can just go find like an abundance of of contacts and across any single product category or industry, and then start reaching out to these people, these businesses, through specific Google searches. We use a lot of Google keywords and phrases to access certain places and get certain search results that brings up like huge potential opportunities. You know, we're talking like thousands and thousands of businesses that we reach out to, okay, through various Google searches. It's the coldest way for us of finding surplus deals, okay, because it's a very cold way of reaching out to businesses. So yeah, it's not a warm method whatsoever. You don't know who you're reaching out to in that company. You're just reaching out to someone in that company and then getting into a conversation with them. So it's the cold method using the Google method. However, it works. You know, we get offered deal after deal after deal on the back of searches that we've done on Google. All right. And the great thing about now searching with Google is that you can build a network of connections using Google search results, but do it in a very time effective way. You know, we use Google Chrome extensions to grab email addresses of businesses that we can then email with our introduction letter to introduce our company to them. And obviously, when we're reaching out to businesses on email, the first thing that we are saying to them is, we want to buy from you. Okay, we're not spamming them, trying to sell them something. We are reaching out to businesses offering a service. All right, and they are looking at our details and going, right, okay, yeah, actually, we've got some goods sitting in our warehouse we need to get rid of. Let's try this guy and show him the details of what we've got. And so that's what starts happening. We start getting this compounding effect through all these searches that we're doing on Google. All right. Number two, another obvious one, LinkedIn, that we're on at the moment. Like, anyone who doesn't use LinkedIn every day for an hour minimum is leaving money on the table, okay? Because LinkedIn is, I think, one of the most underrated platforms in the business world. And think about it, there's millions and millions of people on LinkedIn who work for a company or own a company. And like, it's just a gold mine. It's a gold mine for finding contacts to do business with. And obviously, there's millions of businesses, people on LinkedIn that sell products and services. We are basically reaching out to businesses that sell products, physical products. And then we are messaging them, we're connecting with them, we're getting into conversations with them, and they start offering us their surplus goods, all right, that they want to get rid of, which we are then showing to our network of buyer contacts, who will then pay us a percentage in the middle, all right, and we will introduce them to that deal, and we will let them do the deal, and we will get a percentage of the deal, of the profit on that deal. Okay. The next one is trade shows. Again, like, trade shows are massive, obviously. Since COVID, they're all back again, and there's thousands and thousands of trade shows. And here's the mad thing. Like, I do a lot of deals. I find a lot of surplus deals from trade shows, but I never go to any trade shows. I never leave my office. I never attend any trade shows. I never get a train, car, or aeroplane to a trade show. I never walk up and down trade show aisles looking for stock and stopping at exhibition stands and saying and introducing myself. No, I haven't done that for years. I don't bother doing that anymore. Why do I want to waste my time taking days out, walking up and down halls at trade shows and introducing myself and driving people mad, asking them if they've got any surplus stock? No, I don't do that anymore. I've flown around the world doing that for years. Now, I do a lot of business on the back of trade shows, but I never attend a trade show. All right. I don't bother. I just get the exhibitors lists and reach out to the exhibitors through exhibitor lists that I acquire. Okay. That's one thing that I teach in my program. So it's easy to do, but it just saves you a lot of time and money. Finding surplus deals without attending a trade show. All right, you can still deal with trade show exhibitors, but you don't have to go to the trade show. No, that's a waste of time. Don't bother. Number 4. All right, another great place to find surplus stock, which it is obvious as well, but there's a lot of angles to finding surplus in these places. So warehousing companies. Okay, here's a cool thing. If you drive up the motorways or highways and you look on each side of the road, what do you see? You see huge warehouses. Yeah, you see warehouses being built. You see warehouses being extended. You see warehouses like everywhere you look, because the problem is that we're running out of space. Like, there's so many businesses now importing goods that need warehouse space. There's not enough warehouse space, and there's warehouses bulging, bursting at the seams. And here's the thing, there's a lot of goods sitting in warehouses that are surplus, slow moving, unwanted, unused goods that businesses no longer want. From that could be a business that went bust, went into liquidation. There's now a load of goods sitting in a warehouse. Another reason, there's businesses that get behind, get in arrears with their storage costs. Okay, they don't pay the storage bills. So the storage companies, the warehousing companies, take legal title to those goods. All right, so the warehouse company now own those goods. Fulfillment companies, order fulfillment companies who pick, pack and post orders on behalf of other companies. So they store the goods and they just post it, pick it and pack it and post it on behalf of their clients. All right, and a lot of that stock becomes surplus, clearance, slow moving, unwanted, unused goods. All right, so warehousing companies, there's just millions of warehouses all over full of surplus. Okay, but you've got to find these places. All right, you've got to know how to approach these types of businesses. You've got to know what to say to these businesses, all right, in order to get offered those types of goods. Another thing I teach inside my coaching program. So number 5, and this is just getting bigger and bigger, and we're finding more and more surplus deals from these sort of places, and that is retail, online retail. Okay, not offline, not bricks and mortar, but online retailers. So you've got online retailers, e-commerce stores, you've got all the platforms where they're all on. So right across the internet, you've got online retailers with their own websites. You've got online retailers with a store in Amazon, eBay. A lot of them use Shopify. What else is there? WooCommerce. There's loads of them. I can't remember all the names, but there's a lot of platforms that host online retailers. Shopify is the main one that I know, Shopify. But think about it, right? All the online retail stores that you see online, anyone online that retails goods, okay? Like, most 90% of them hold stock. They import it and they bring it into a warehouse, and then they're now holding stock. They've got their money tied up in stock. All right. And a lot of online retailers now, and I'm getting offered like massive amounts of stock from online retailers. All right. That could be a tiny online retailer, could be a small online retailer, it could be a big online retailer. All right. And everyone in between. But they're all having problems basically at the moment. A lot of online retailers, they're having big problems, and the problems that's happening to online retailers now is that they've got rising costs, rising postage costs, rising storage costs, rising product costs. Everything in their business is rising. Online fees, rising advertising on, online advertising costs. But on top of all the costs that are rising, they've got like more online competition. It's becoming more and more saturated. And that, like Amazon, for example, like I'm getting offered crazy amounts of surplus Amazon products, not from Amazon sellers. Okay. Amazon sellers offer me their clearance, their surplus stock. And there's a lot of Amazon sellers with clearance stock, because one of the main reasons is because of the Chinese. The Chinese are basically bringing stock over and storing it in the UK and then selling on Amazon in the UK. But it's cheap. It's cheap, way cheaper than everyone else. They're undercutting everyone. All right. The competition and price competition on Amazon is getting harder and harder. So, I'm getting offered surplus every day from lots of different Amazon sellers, and many sellers online. But here's the thing, there's like an abundance of surplus deals to be found from online retailers, any online retailer. Okay. And there's ways of finding these online retailers. You think a lot of online retailers. Trust me. You don't. Like, it's the tip of the iceberg, the online retails that you know of, okay, and that I know of. But there's millions of online retailers across the world. And you get online retailers like in America, but they are storing goods in the UK that become surplus. I get companies in the UK that are storing goods in America that become surplus. All right, they're all storing goods in different countries across the world for fulfillment purposes. So like that is a massive market to go find cheap pallets of surplus stock. The online retail space, it's like massive. I'm just being offered like frightening amounts of surplus stock from various types of online retailers. And finally, one that probably no one even uses, a way to find surplus. I don't even know of anyone in my industry that uses this, apart from the people that I teach, and that is AI. Like, you've all heard of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay. Now we can use AI to find surplus. We are using AI, artificial intelligence, to go out and find surplus stock. They are bringing us information that starts creating opportunities to do deals on surplus stock. So we use Chat GPT, which is like the main, most popular like place that we use AI. So it's Chat GPT. And what we are ineffectively doing with AI to find surplus deals is that we are with AI, you give it prompts, you you're basically asking a robot to go do something. All right, that's what we're doing. We're asking them, we're telling them to do specific things. And they will go and get that information and bring it back to us. It's like having an online assistant, okay, but it's AI. So we are doing this within the surplus industry and finding like an abundance of like new supplier contacts across lots of different product categories, sub-product categories, industries. And we can do all sorts of things with AI. It's incredible. We're finding more and more methods all the time of loads of shortcuts to finding surplus stock. It's great. Probably using Google a lot less and AI a lot more now, for, building connections and creating surplus stock opportunities. So AI is definitely the future of the surplus industry for finding sellers of surplus goods and even finding buyers of surplus goods as well. So yeah, we've been getting some great results on the back of using AI to network, like to build lists of specific companies, all right, and then network with those companies, make connections with them, get offered their surplus, and then start putting deals together on the back of surplus that we've been offered from those companies that we found through AI, which is incredible. So it's just all about I'm all about these methods, these 6 ways of finding an abundance of surplus pallets. We do it in a way like with Google, LinkedIn, trade shows, warehousing companies, e-commerce companies, and AI. We do it all in a way where it's very, very time effective. So what starts to happen is that I get offered surplus like now, because I've done it for so long, I get offered surplus like 24 hours a day round the clock, every day of the week, even while I'm asleep. Like I've just got offers coming through 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because of the system that we use for, for networking, building connections, outreach to these businesses and people, all right, and doing it on clockwork, rinse and repeat all the time. So we're rinse and repeating this method each day, each week, each month, each year. And that's why we are bringing in an abundance of surplus deals that we can get paid for, all right? Because we know once we find those surplus deals, we are in control. We are in control of that deal that we found, okay? Because we are in the middle of the seller and the buyer, because we are the ones that found that deal. And that's why it's high value skill to find surplus deals. Once you start finding an abundance of surplus deals on a regular basis, you cannot, there's only upsides, no downsides to this business, because once you've got a stack of surplus offers coming in all the time, you know that you can make money because you are just finding deals that buyers want to buy and sellers want to sell, okay? But you are the guys that found the stock directly. So guys, yeah, if you want to come into my program and learn this game, all right, I teach how to start and grow your own pallet flipping business, okay, where you can go source surplus, unwanted goods from everyday businesses all online, okay, and we help you find a buyer for those goods and help put that deal together and secure you a finder's fee, all right, which is your percentage that you get in the middle of the buyer and the seller. And we put the whole deal together and we do all the legwork and we pay 33% of the profit as a finder's fee. That's what you would earn. If you brought a deal to me and you're in my program, I will work with you on that deal. I'll help you find the buyer. I'll do the transaction. I'll pay for the goods. I'll organize the logistics. I'll do all the paperwork, put that whole deal together. Okay. But you will watch me do these deals and learn the game. All right. I'll hold you by the hand and show you each step of the way. And you will get 33% of the profit, a third. There's no one in the world that pays a third of the profit on deals, okay? And they do most of the work, all right? So that's basically what we do inside the program, is that you are, in effect, learning the game off me, and then on top of that, you are accessing my many, many years of connections. And that is the secret. That is the number one secret to this game. It's all about connections, guys. All right. So you don't even have to have any buyers to come into this business. You can use other people's buyers. That's the great thing. And I do it as well. That's the great thing about this game, is that you can piggyback other people's knowledge, experience, and connections in this business to make money. You can jump into this business without being an expert, okay, without having the knowledge, without having the buyer connections, okay, and still make money in this business just simply by piggybacking someone else's experience, expertise, and their connections. That's how it works in this game, guys. All right, so that is it. I will see you again soon. I'll be coming back for another live back end of the week. Have a great rest of the week, guys. Take care.